Yo, what is up, guys? How you doing? I'm liking this YouTube stuff. I don't get a lot of views, but I'm gonna keep going, you know? Maybe one day I'll be in a place where I have a bunch of views. I actually make money off this shit. But the content that I upload isn't about appearing to the algorithm so I can make money. I'd rather make money. I mean, I swear to you, dude, like, seriously. Like, if I am, consistent with this, and I do travel here and there. I've actually taken a slight hiatus from traveling. So I need to get my shit right, and traveling isn't fun when you're broke as fuck. It can be very adventurous. God might grace you, you know, but, at this point in my life, it's about more like being structurally sound and then making those leaps, you know. My whole thing is don't sometimes it's good, you need that fire in your ass, but don't just make decisions off the ass, because you might be fucked, you know? Like, I remember when I was in LA, I got to a point, dude, I was so addicted to weed, brother. Like, seriously, you got some people that are like, oh, weed's not a drug. Yeah, it is. It's a drug. Being on your phone all the time is a drug. It produces the same chemical. Once I started mixing with tobacco, I just smoke tobacco now, and I have beers here and there. But it keeps me it keeps me more grounded than weed. So, you know, I got so bad I was asking everybody for money, and then I ended up being homeless on the beach for about 2 weeks. And God graced me and brought me back home. So when I say the word God, too, even Elijah Long, he said the same thing. I like watching him sometimes as well, but God to me, I'm not a Christian, I'm not religious, but God to me is, you have an imagination, right? So when you're imagining things, certain things make you feel like, have more sense of purpose, and maybe if you're gooning and jerking off to porn, you just wasted 2 hours of the day. You know what I'm saying? You wasted 2 hours a day, you don't have your own, you just lost it. You know what I'm saying? So God to me is, you call God or whatever, is the ideal. It's in you. What I think is ideal for you is, it's in you. Your ideal for you, what brights you up, is inside of you. And when you connect to that higher, and you know, I made a video on Jesus the other day, that kind of like that stuff, and you really take some time, maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, you play some music, maybe even drinking some beers. You know, even weed can be therapeutical at times, depending on how you use it. Alcohol is the same thing. It really depends on how you're using the alcohol. You know what I mean? It might get you relaxed. Maybe you get to a place where you don't even need alcohol. You just want to be sober-dober. Nothing wrong with that. But when you have that time to really, like, reflect on your life and the things that you care about, that's what I call God. God is like, hey, man, like when I'm on the beach, it's like God's talking to me like this. It's like, hey, man, you know, it's awesome. You know, it's not awesome you're on the beach. But wouldn't it be better if you had, like, some money? And then, like, you're out on this beach. Like, I was, like, the leader of my crew kind of type of thing. I'm like, all right, you guys get those trash cans. I'll get these trash cans over here type shit. You can judge me all day. Fuck it, right? That's where I was at. You get those trash cans. I'll get these trash cans over here. And then we'll come back, and how much food we get, we'll have a feast, right? And I remember, because, like, I was so addicted to pot. So addicted. And anybody who says that pot is an addiction, maybe it works for you, but where's your life at? Are you like a swampy, like, sewer rat type of shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like those people in my mind, you got to find your thing, but you got to find your structure within that thing. And I didn't have any structure. And it was like, God was like, hey, man, wouldn't this be awesome? Like, if you actually had money, and then, like, the people you're hanging out with on the beach, you'd be like, hey, why don't we get a hotel room and get a bunch of beer and smoke a bunch of pot? And the hotel room, we get fucked up and have a great time, and then we have a good, nice, comfortable place to sleep without having to, like, go and be like, hey, do you have weed? Do you have weed? Do you have weed? Hey, man, do you have any tobacco? That shit sucks. It sucks. And if you never experienced that, then you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But it sucks, and you don't want to experience that. The things you want to have, you can't just have it. You know, I was watching Pumping Iron the other day, and Arnold said some real shit. He was like, one other bodybuilder was like, well, the thing about being hungry is, you know, you're like, you have more fuel to like get the food and all that type of stuff. And then Arnold's like, yeah, well, when you're on the top, If you're hungry, the food is already there. It's real shit, dude. It's not always about struggling. It's real shit. And if you haven't experienced some shit like that, I'm not saying you should, but you don't know. You don't actually know like it's actually real and it sucks. Once you get your fucking fix, then you're fucking fine. You're like, life is good until your fix is done. You know what I mean? So, it felt like God was talking to me like a homie. He was like, yo, man, you know it'd probably be better if you did it like this. I'm bleeding profusely on my leg right now. Check this out. Can't even see it. Can you see it? Boom! Fucking mosquito bites, man. And I'm a picker. I like picking at my shit. So I was like, blood. You know? So to me, God, or whatever you want to call it, is the higher ideal in your life that you imagine. You know, there's a great song from the 80s. Like, maybe watch some 80s movies again. Like not Bloodsport. Kumite with Jean-Claude Van Damme. You remember all those cheesy songs? Hold on to that vision in your eyes. You know, maybe when you're younger you used to think it was really cheesy. It's not cheesy. It's actually hella real. Like, hold on to that vision in your eyes. When you can have clarity of thinking and you have the right stuff come to you in your mind, you might be blocked off. It doesn't mean that you have to be some Puritan, like some perfect person. No, nobody's perfect, man. It's like Jesus. He's like, I don't genuinely believe that Jesus was the God and Son of God, whatever, you know. Crucify me all day, please don't. But he had a thing where somebody was like, oh, you're like the most good person. He's like, why would you assume that I'm like good? No human is good. The only one that is truly good is God. And to me, God is that image in your eye for the things that you care about, like truly care about, like your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, maybe your friends, whatever it is. And how can we keep going forward and create a better future? Not only just for them, but for you. That's God. That's God. And, dude, I'm going to be real with you. I was jerking off earlier, 2 hours. And I was so upset afterwards. You know how you get post-nut clarity? I'm like, dude, it would have been better if you just fucking came back home and just started chugging those beers that you had. You'd have had a better time. But you went in your room and you started jerking off, hoping somebody would hit you up and be like, hey, you want to fuck? Oh, disgusting. Disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Is that who you are? You're just some gooner guy who's like, maybe I'll get laid. There's nothing wrong with wanting to get laid, but there's bigger and higher aspirations. And when that's the only thing, especially with these phones, this is a double-edged thing with these goddamn phones. Because you have infinite porn at your fingertips. You have infinite whatever at your fingertips. And it's a tool. What you choose to look at is up to you. What you are choosing to be inspired by. So I had to, I had to work out a little bit. I had to get my mind right after that. Maybe busting a nut might help you. Maybe sometimes you need to bust a nut to have clarity. Be like, whoa, why the fuck would I want to fuck this person? That's dumb. Maybe there's some good in that. But God, to me, is the thing that you use to imagine, I remember I saw a thing, somebody wrote this on a wall, it was like, imagination is memory, right? The same tool, I said this to my mom, she was like, no it's not. I'm like, what? You even think about it? The same tool that you use to remember things is also the same tool you use to imagine things. Now, memory is real, like memories, but the way you feel about certain things might not be the way it was actually is. Like, you might remember it happening, but the context and all that stuff, you might not have that deeper knowledge. Imagination is the same thing. To me, God is something that you can imagine, where you imagine your brighter future and the things that you actually care about. And it leads you into that direction. And you'll know what I'm talking about if you do that. If you actually, even if you smoke pot and you sit with yourself, you put on some music that reminds you when you were a child and you used to listen to certain music like Rocky soundtracks, certain things that just inspired you. Are you inspired when you watch porn? You're probably not inspired when you watch porn. Unless you're a fucking sicko. No offense. But are you like actually inspired? Like, holy shit, I want to get all my family together and have like family reunions. I only live one fucking time in my fucking life, and I'm missing out on all these things. You know, blessings to those people that have never had a family or people that they care about, even if they're not perfect, where they actually remember that. I saw a really good movie one time, dude. And this guy was dying, and the last words that were coming out of his mouth was like, "Mom, Mom, Mom." It's like, so many people are so cocky now. They're intelligent know-it-alls because they have information at the fingertip on a phone. And you can look up something, well, actually, this means this, it means that. I don't need my imagination or intuition anymore. I could just look up what this means. Dude, do you ever think that maybe your intuition on some level is actually showing you bigger than what the information that you're getting from the world is? The world is a part of it. You go out there, but you got all these people that go on fucking Twitter, and they have these little echo chambers, right? This motherfucker, like, I have a thought. Fuck this motherfucker. I go on Twitter. I got like 100,000 subscribers. Fuck this motherfucker. Like. Yeah, see, I know I was right. Instead of going out in the real world and actually just talking to people and actually learning how to kind of like go around that. And be like, oh, okay. No, you're still wrong. I still argue and debate you on that. Okay. So levels to it. Levels, right? We live in a weird time now. The phone is a tool. You gotta fucking see what is right for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to make this channel. This channel is going to be more than just fucking me talking. But that's one point of it. I love Small Brain American. He's going to Japan. He's getting drunk. One of my goals is to get a goddamn GoPro fucking camera, and I'm walking around like this, and I'm going to some bar in Japan. Not all my videos are going to be like this, but there's levels to it, and this is where I'm at right now. I'm not going to go in my bar and start doing that. There's a level of what is it, psychopathic or whatever tendencies people have, especially when it comes to making content. It's probably easier in another country. In your hometown, it might be harder, but you can still fucking do it. You can still do it. And some people will be looking at you like you're a fool. Who are they? Are they God? Are they like all-knowing? No, they're not. Fuck them. But at the same time, there's levels to that. Not always fuck them. Because sometimes the feelings that they're coming from is some real shit. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not based in truth. Sometimes their logic is bullshit. So, you gotta be sharp. If you're gooning the porn for 2 hours, you ain't gonna be sharp. You're gonna be a fucking retard. You're not retard. You're not like Elisha Long retard maxing. You're like actually being like. You ever watch yourself gooning, masturbating to porn on your phone? You ever like see yourself in the black screen? And you're like this. You're like, I'm talking from experience. You're like this, and you're like. And you like see your face, you're like, what the fuck? Fuck! That's what you look like. That's what's happening to you. You're going like, 2 hours goes by. You're edging your dick. You're edging yourself. How can I prolong this? How can I make this longer? How can I look at more porn and satisfy myself? Maybe there's a time and a place. Maybe jerking off will actually stop you from making dumber decisions. So you have post-nut clarity. You know? I thought this video would be coherent. I want to start making videos on like Final Fantasy and shit that I give a fuck more about. But I guess I give a fuck about this as well. You know, so it's a little bit of both. But man, there's just so much more to the world and you're missing out. And I know I'm missing out too when I'm gooning in my fucking room for like 2 hours, edging the porn, and then I feel disgusted. You should feel disgusted. Because you feel disgusted for a fucking reason, brother. Sometimes there's levels. Maybe you're like, you grew up ultra Catholic and they're like telling you sex is bad. You know, type shit. You gotta find that balance. It's about balance. But if you're mature enough to be like, okay, I really wanted to be outside and enjoy nature, but then I decided to be on my phone and become a total zombie and like geek out to porn. Oh, gross. You know that ideal figure you have in your head? Would that ideal figure in your head be like, Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. You think Aragorn from Lord of the Rings will be like, yeah, save the kingdom? No, I gotta masturbate. I'm horny, I'm masturbating. No! Jesus Christ. Hell no. It's a double-edged sword. I'm not exempt. I'm still figuring it out. But fuck that, man. We got dreams, we got aspirations. You got people trying to tell you like they're God, like they're all-knowing. And they want to tell you like, well, actually, blah, blah, blah. And you're already like, you know in your heart of hearts, you're like, that's bullshit. Fuck you. Because you have a soft voice and you're talking all nice and kind, that means that you're right? No, that does not mean that you're fucking right. Because you sound super confident and you talk like this, the know-it-alls. The know-it-alls. We need to bring that term back. Know-it-alls. You know it all. You got it all figured out. You just know it all. You disgust me. You guys are disgusting. What were you, fucking... You got, like, you're like Lisa Simpson, and you got off to the simple fact that your fucking teacher's like, here's your name. You're like, ha, 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 I'm a grade A student. Fuck off. Fuck you. You don't know shit. You ever been homeless? You ever been starving? You ever, like, actually go through some, like, heavy shit? And there's levels to it. Have you ever, like, done any of that? Do you know what it's like to live? That doesn't mean, like, you need to, like, be cool with every homeless person you see. You can say what's up or maybe give them $1. But then even that balance right there is like, okay, dude, you're always asking me for money. I don't have money. Don't get mad if I'm not giving you money. You're in the position you are because of your own life choices. You can blame it on trauma all day and all this type of crap. You're in that position because of your own life choices. And you are not choosing to look and see things and think about shit. To really realize, like, holy fuck, this is my fault. And I'm addicted to a substance. I'm addicted to a drug. I'm addicted to my phone. And so you don't want to see it that way. It takes a drug addict to, like, get in such a horrible, horrible position where they're like they freak out and have mental breakdowns, and then they're like, I can't do this anymore. It has to be really bad sometimes for some people. It has to be really bad where you're like, oh my God, I'm not doing anything at all. I'm just wasting my life. Because there was things when I was a kid that was not... When you were a child that you were like, yeah, I want to be addicted to porn. I want to be addicted to drugs when I get older. That was like a child was like thinking that. You, as a child, you were thinking that? Fuck no, you weren't thinking that. You were like, I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a video game developer. I want to be a super strong man. Things within the world that you want to do within the world. If you want to shit on the world and you're all super spiritual and you're like, oh, this is just an illusion. Why are you watching YouTube? If it's just an illusion. Why are you listening to people tell you it's an illusion if it's just an illusion? You don't need to watch all that. You are somebody who wants to feel like you're in control and that you know it all because you felt fucking dumb at some point. There's nothing wrong with being confident in your intelligence, but also at the same time, if you're so intelligent that you're, well, actually, nothing wrong with well, actually once in a while, but if you're that all the time, brother, there's no balance there. You're trivializing this world and then you're suffering and you're miserable and you go home alone and you have no fucking friends because you're a know-it-all who thinks they got it all figured the fuck out. I hate making these videos. You know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about Final Fantasy. I want to talk about how I used to play a lot of video games. That's what I care about. So I'm transitioning to making better content that I enjoy even more. But best believe I'll probably still make content like this. I don't want it always to be like this, though. This sucks. But I'm going through my own shit right now, and I'm thinking about, dude, the kids are the future. We got to treat the kids right. We gotta teach them how to fight or be active, exercise. Remember when you were a kid, were you ever bullied? But you didn't know how to stand up for yourself? You didn't know how to fight? You were a kid. People that are like kids are gross or weird. Those people are weird people. You were a child. Those people are sick and weird. Kids are gross. Ugh. Yeah, kids are kind of gross. I'm not going to lie. They smell like poop. Scratching their ass. They got mad germs. It is nasty. But you were a kid. Teach that kid. Be a good role model. You know, that's what's hit me. Be a fucking role model. to these kids. To these kids. Man, be a good role model. Be something. Because then you can see yourself as a leader. You know? Not like you can whoop everybody's ass, but you're like actually helping young youths. And helping yourself at the meantime too. I think some people, they get so caught up in being the teacher that they forget how to be the student and the kid as well. You know what I'm saying? You get so caught up in being like, well, I teach all these kids and I'm the teacher. It's like, okay. Dude, you're just like them. You just live longer. But that kid in you is still there. That excited kid that's passionate, that wants to play and pretend and imagine, still there, brother. But at the same time, we have more of an ability of thought for righteousness. So when you're a kid, you might be, damn, bro. I don't know. I'm looking jacked, probably because I've been super consistent with my workouts. My shoulders are looking good. That's all I'm saying. This video sucks. I'm just talking, but maybe you'll like it. Fuck this. I barely get any views, but you know what? I'm going to keep fucking going. And maybe one fucking day, I'll have 10,000 subscribers. Maybe one day, I'll have 10,000 subscribers. And people listen to me, and I'll start a cult. Hey, man, God's talking through me. I have to fuck your wife. Oh, okay. I believe in you always, and I've given up all my agency because you are the light of the world. Yes, exactly. Now let me fuck your wife. Like, is that not crazy? That's also crazy. Don't do that. You are a person with your own opinions, and what I'm saying might resonate with you, and you take that, and you go forth and be like, oh, I was thinking that the other day. Yeah, he's so right. But I'm not any, well, I hate saying like I'm not any better than you. I'm not any better than you on that regard. Now, if it came to like breakdancing, I might be better than you. You know what I mean? I might be better at you at breakdancing. If it comes to math, I might be better than you. But then you might have something you're better at me at. But on this regard of just us talking as people, we're not any better than each other at that point. Motherfucker, you're your own person. Get angry. Get angry. Get upset. I had a motherfucker back in the day. Like, I used to cam model, and he'd be like, oh, I love your muscles and stuff. And I was like, it would irritate me. I'm like, bro, why don't you just work out? Just start working out. Because it's like he admired it, but he didn't want to take the action to become it. And it disgusts me. It disgusts me. You should be disgusted by things. You should be. You shouldn't just accept, oh, well, you're this way. Fuck that shit. You should be disgusted. You should judge others the way you would judge yourself. Because when you judge others the way you would judge yourself, then you're judging yourself too. And then maybe there's certain things you shouldn't judge yourself for, but maybe you have a level of standards that you want to hit, and you should stop listening to everybody around you telling you, oh, it's okay, oh, la, la, la. No, maybe you should actually take life seriously. Maybe sometimes it's not that serious, but maybe sometimes you should really just take it fucking seriously instead of thinking about it so fucking much and be like, oh, I don't want to judge people. Look at me, I'm such a good person. Dude, you're like wasting your life away trying to appease everybody. It's gay as fuck. It's really gay. It's super gay. I don't mean homosexually. I'm just saying it's gay. It's dumb. You are sacrificing your... I'm not saying be an asshole to everybody. I'm just saying that there are parts of you and dreams that you have that maybe you should take fucking seriously and not allow other people to tell you what you should and should not take seriously. I like a person with fucking conviction. When you have conviction, stop looking for the respect of others outside of you. Look for the respect in yourself, and then inherently you will be respected by others and also hated by others as well. That doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means that maybe some of those people have a fucked up mind, and some of them also have a different mindset than you. Stop looking for the respect in others. Look for the respect in yourself. Real respect, real action. You cannot negate this physical world. It is just as important as the ethereal. And my mind, anybody who tells you that is dumb as fuck. They're idiots and they're thinking way too much. Brother, why are you even watching YouTube if this doesn't even matter? Why are you watching it? Well, no, You know, a lot of these people, they always act too cool for school and very nonchalant about life. They're always like, yeah, well, you don't understand because, yeah, yeah. They're way too nonchalant. They have no passion. They hide in this nonchalant attitude. It's like that stupid, I'm super chill dog. I hate that meme. The super chill, the dog. You know what I'm saying? The dog. You must know what I'm talking about. I hate that meme. I'm like, yeah, okay. So I used to act like that. You know what? My life crumbled around me because I thought I had it all figured out. You never have it figured out until the day you die. You can only figure out what's in front of you, and you should follow your dreams and the passions that lead you and inspire you to help yourself and better others around you, man. Real shit. I mean, like, realistically. That'll give you way more fucking joy. Instead of acting like a know-it-all, because realistically, when you're acting like a know-it-all who's trying to be cool and nonchalant all the time, what you're actually doing is you're being such a people-pleaser because you want everybody to fucking like you. In my mind, you want everybody to like you. You're afraid to say some dumb shit. You want to go with the crowd. Even if some people don't like you, well, they're not about the crowd. And I'm super cool and understanding. Unlike you, you're not understanding the way I am. And I'm going with the crowd, and I'm with the people. You're speaking way too crazy. That's toxic masculinity. Women don't have the same agency as men, so there's no such thing as toxic femininity. Though we want equality. Our logic is fucked up, but it makes me seem really right when I speak. And I want the same equality as men, but we'll call men toxic for acting a certain way, but women don't have the same ability. Because we don't have the same agency. That's what I hear when you guys say that shit. You don't have the same agency. You're just fucking... Like, respect. These lesbian, man-hating women are those type of women that say that. And dudes. Because they want to fuck those lesbian, man-hating women. You think people are, like, fucking that smart? They got it all figured out? Dude, I'm not even that smart. You think these people are that smart? Dude, a lot of those guys that act like that, they want a certain crowd of people, and they want to fuck those chicks. Dude, I've called it out so many times. I was hanging out with this girl, this guy was around, little short dude, he was saying a whole bunch of shit, and I'm like, yeah, dude, he wants to fuck you. He wants to be with you. She said, oh, no, he just cares about me as a friend. I just stopped talking to her. You know what happened? They got together. And then that didn't work out. Like 4 days later, they broke up. Sometimes it's actually really just real like that. People pleasing, appeasing people, saying things. I would never do that to you, baby. I would never do that. I'm a good man. Women do the same shit. Don't take away women's agency. Women do the same shit. I would never do that to you, baby. I would never treat you that way. You don't need to say shit. Just do it. You don't need to say anything, but they say shit in order to get in these people's heads, in order to get them to drop their guard and be like, oh, really? Wow. I don't give a fuck about what you're saying. I give a fuck about your actions. I don't mind having a goddamn conversation, but I care about your fucking actions. Actions speak louder than words, baby. So, there's nothing wrong with being mad at people. There's nothing wrong with feeling anger or hate towards people, because hate means a strong dislike. Go look it up in the fucking dictionary. I hate these people that are like, love is the way. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but what, are you going to love Hitler to death? You could. Maybe you could talk to him in a certain way. But at the same time, did you love him killing all the Jews? No, you didn't. You did not. And we always talk about that. So I'm ranting. I'm drinking. Who gives a shit? Go off of what I'm saying, which I just said, actions speak louder than words. But in this content right here, all it is talking. So I'm not saying talking doesn't have any value if it logically makes fucking sense. And if it logically makes sense to you, whatever. Take what you want to take. I'm just fucking ranting right now. I'm looking jacked and stacked. And I like it. And fuck you guys. Fuck anybody like, ooh, no. Fuck you. Fuck you. I like it. This makes me feel good, motherfucker. Fuck you. Who am I talking to? I don't know. I don't even know. I like it. don't forget how to play and pretend like when you were a kid, but also be realistic about the life around you. Pretend like you're fucking some Tekken character. Work to be that Tekken character, but also don't go around acting like I'm a Tekken character even though you're not a Tekken character. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like you're a Tekken character when you're not a Tekken character. This motherfucker right here. I like him, but I don't like him. Very annoying. Too feminine. Oh, I'm sorry. He knocked on my door earlier. I'm in the shower. He knocks on the door. I'm in the bathroom. And then I come out. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, sorry for what? Knocking on the bathroom door? What the fuck is that? Retarded shit, brother.
What you doing, brother?
Making a video. How you doing?
Oh, you're making it?
Yeah, I'm making
sorry,
it.
Should I? I'll be quiet.
No, you're good, brother. You're good. I'm going to end it right now. And bam, sablam.